All right, guys. Happy August. Happy first mentorship call. Um, just like last week, Allie and I are going to try to keep this 30 minutes, respect your time. Um, but I did want to start off the call sharing something special that you might not know. Tomorrow is our 9-year birthday. So would love for you guys to get on Zoom tomorrow, encourage your challengers to get there, tag me in all the selfies, celebrate. It's really wild what happens when you stick with something consistently in your life. And I'm just so grateful for all of you. So I went out today and did a little photo shoot and got my 9-year balloon and just wanted to say thank you for all you do because I would not be here without all of you. So tag your friends and message them and make sure they get on this call if they're not here and you don't see their face. All right. We did make some slides. Allie, did you want to add anything before we start going through the info?
No, I was in the process. The reason why I'm late is trying to make the free membership so I could show everyone what it looks like, but I didn't do it in time. So I will
No worries.
circle back to that later.
So we'll go through all the dates, but there's like a few little things Allie and I are wrapping up this week before we actually officially kick off this group on Friday. So proof you don't have to figure it all out. You can do it as you go. And sometimes that's just how it works. But officially, welcome to our free group call. Can you guys see my screen? All good. Cool. Thanks. So this month is dessert theme to go along with what we talked about last week. There's a big push with Body in incorporating Shakeology, in making desserts fun again, in not having restrictions with the whole health esteem theme. So we thought this was like a perfect opportunity to restart free groups. And fun fact, this is kind of how I built my business from the very beginning. And it's something that makes it easy, I think, for new partners to build momentum, build consistency, be excited about something because it's free. So it's just like inviting your friends to your kid's birthday party, right? Like you're not asking them to spend money to come to your party. You're asking them to come and have fun and experience it with you. So that's the same kind of mindset as we go through this. All right. So I wanted to add this little tidbit, and then I'm going to let Allie kind of walk through what the dates are and the schedules and like more of the tidbits thing, because if you haven't listened to Christina Delgado's call this past week, this was very hitting home. And I want you guys to open up your chat and answer some of these questions. Honestly, no judgment, but just having a little team check-in, heart to heart. The first question is, are you doing PD daily? Yes or no? Like every day, on the weekends, every day. Cool. And if you're not, today's the day we start, because everything we share with you tonight is not going to work unless your mind's right. Right? Like you guys know when you start inviting, what are you going to hear? You're going to hear no. You're going to hear crickets. You're going to hear not right now. So you got to be really clear here. So that was like, duh, but I have to say it, right? So Jamie, we're going to level up and start doing that now, right? The second thing is, do you have a firm why on what you're fighting for? And that really hit me on the call because I feel that this changes as you go through your partner journey, right? The things that I wanted when I first started was like, oh, 100 extra bucks would be great. That was awesome. But now for me, it's like thinking about my future children and the time I want to spend with them, seeing Allie have that freedom with her family. I'm like, wow, that would be really cool to be able to say like, I want a day and I'm just going to spend with my kids and I don't need to answer to anyone or answer any emails or say anything about it. Just that's my day off. So you have to have a firm why on what you're fighting for. And it has to mean something to you. And it shouldn't be anything about Success Club or a rank in the company, right? It has to be truly what is meaningful to you. The next thing is, are you clear on what you're inviting to? And by the end of this call, the answer should be yes for everyone. You're going to know exactly what you're inviting to, because you have something to invite to, and it's clear, and you're going to know what it is, how it works, and who you can input into, and all that good stuff. Cool. And then the last thing is, have you set clear benchmarks that you want to achieve, right? So we're going into the last quarter of the year very shortly, and it's really important to know what you want, why you want it, so that we can measure that. And something that Christina said on the call was, if Success Club 5 is your goal, you need to elevate from that. Because if you're not hitting Success Club 5, if setting the goal for Success Club 5, you're never going to hit it. But if you set the goal for Success Club 10, you sure as heck are going to hit 5. Does that make sense? It's kind of like when you're on, I don't know, I can't think of a good analogy right now, but it's like we're so scared to push the boundary of saying something. But oftentimes in this business, the times that I've stretched myself and said something really audacious and like crazy, like I have no idea how I'm going to achieve it, I may not hit that thing, but I hit 2 or 3 other things that were like, and those 2 or 3 other things start adding up to the big scary thing, right? Because when I was an Emerald coach, I never thought I was going to be Star Diamond. I never thought I had leaders that I would mentor. I was just trying to have 2 people enroll under me. That was it. So don't be afraid to dream big and say out loud to your coach and other partners on our team what this is for you. All right. And the last thing that I want to just share is we have to stop thinking so much, right? Who overthinks? Anyone? Anyone to this brain? It's like when I wake up at 5:30 in the morning on my own because my body's freaking weird. I turn on my brain and I can now go back to sleep, right? I know Allie does the same thing. So we have to just start doing, because movement and energy, guess what it breeds? More energy, more movement, more momentum, more excitement, more success, more growth, all the things. So I want you guys to take in this call and just do the things. Keep it simple for yourself. Plug into the framework that Allie is going to present. Of course, I'll add in as she goes, but this was her big idea, and I'm really excited for her to implement it and really bring back the OG heart and soul of how this team was built in a brand new, fresh way that we all can implement, because this will be repeated every single month. So you will always have a free group to invite to. There will always be a new theme, and like clockwork, you will know exactly what to expect. All right, I'm going to shut up now, but that was your little check-in. And here is your new monthly flow.
All right, y'all. So some of you who have been around for a while probably remember like the old free group we had where it was like just the pre-made photos uploaded every day, and you hoped people commented on them, and that was it. And it was crickets in the group. Last time I looked, I think there was like 437 people, and all of the posts had like 20 people looking at it, and that was it. And that's sad. So we're going to change that with this new idea. So the premise of this, and we'll get into this later, is everyone participates. If you're inviting to it, you are actively engaging in the group, because that's the only way that it works. Proof with the old group, it didn't work because no one was engaging. So the group will start next Friday. The 18th will be when the group is open. So I don't know if, I know Danielle watched the National Wake Up Call. I don't know if Jamie did, Laura, or Megan, but this premise came from the National Wake Up Call last Monday, when the leader on there talked about it. So this week is all about inviting to the free group. The free group will open up next Friday, the 18th at a certain time, likely 7 p.m. Only reason you do that is because having a certain time where everyone gets invited and gets access to the group creates more engagement in the group, which makes the group be seen more by more people. And it's just living or kind of buying into the algorithm of Facebook, which I know sucks, but that's just the world we live in. So the group will go live on Friday, the 18th. That entire week through the 23rd, there will be daily posts, and we'll go into this kind of in detail in a little bit. Day to day with recipes, live recipe making, and stories from all of us talking about our experience with BODi. And then after that, you have a week, a little over a week, to transition those free group people to paid customers for September with a total solution pack. we do it. I'm done. Will you go to the
Oh,
next slide?
yeah.
Sorry.
I didn't know if you were done or not. I just wanted you
Yeah.
guys to realize, like, I know I didn't put the weeks in order, but that's because this is kind of where we're at, right? Like we're on week 2 of August right now. So you're going to be inviting this week, and then the group opens and it perfectly aligns with our free workout on Saturday. So Allie will share details about that. But this is kind of the flow that you bring in a lot of people, you expose them to free stuff, you give them value, you show them our community, you answer all their questions. And then when it comes to invite to the next group and there's a deadline, you're easily hitting Success Club at the beginning of the month. Does that make sense? So at the end of the month, week 3, we're doing this free group. You have a week to kind of invite, connect on goals, so that you're setting yourself up to hit your goals earlier in the month. So you're not so stressed and not so crazy, but you're actually owning your business and providing people with awesome value that they want more of. And then you open yourself up to invite to the business opportunity in the middle of the month, which is a layer that we will add on as we move into quarter 4. But I just wanted to just like highlight that flow of this is where we're kind of building.
All right. So this goes into what I talked about a second ago, but there's a couple ways that all of you can be involved in this group. Number 1 is inviting daily. Again, the invite's super simple. You're asking them to join a free group about desserts. That's it. Like there's no reason to feel awkward. You're not asking for money. You're not asking for anything. You're just asking for them to come join you and learn some new recipes and engage in our group. That's it. It's very simple. There's invite examples to come. Number 2, you can volunteer to help us out. Like I said, Jamie, I don't understand your question.
Oh,
Number
she's asking, keep going, Allie, and we'll answer.
Okay. You guys have to participate. And I mean, that's tough love, but no one wants to just see me and Danielle's faces. Like if Jamie invites someone, they don't know who I am. They don't know who Danielle is. They want to see Jamie's face in the group talking. Same for any of you guys. I know it can be a little uncomfortable and nerve-wracking, but there's no better way to get over it than to chug a bunch of Energize and just do it, because the first couple times it's going to be awkward and it's not going to be fun, but then it does get easier, I promise. And then number 3 is be the example. So again, you never know who's watching you. You never know who's looking at your stories. You never know who is following you from friends that you used to like, people you used to engage with and know in the past. So you have to show up, because your challengers and your future challengers that are going to be in this free group do what you do. So if you're not working out, you're not eating like you're supposed to, you're not reading personal development, they're not going to do that either. And Danielle Thurman, I know we talked about this the other day, but they do what we do. So we have to be those shining lights and those examples for them, so they know what to do.
And if there's a call to action on every post, which there will be, everybody on this call better be answering it, right? Because then you're, like Allie's saying, you're showing people this is what we expect in our groups, that you show up and you engage.
All right. So do you go ahead? Go ahead with your number.
I specifically put this number because I've heard this before in previous trainings I've done, because typically what happens is you come into the business and you invite your like people you feel comfortable with, and then you kind of maybe like stop. And you're like, who do I go to next? Or like, who said no? And on average, each of us knows about 1,200 people. It sounds a lot, but when you sit down and you would list out all the people you know from daycare, from your church, from your previous jobs, from your family members, from extended friends, cousins you met on that beach trip, like all these people add up and they follow you and they go through your journey. So some ways that I like making a list is really key. Again, this goes back to being a business owner. If you want to have a hobby, you can kind of sort of do the things. If you want to build an income and make an impact in other women's lives, then we have to take this seriously. And that starts with making a list. Just like you get a task at work, I know I have a productivity list and I have to hit those certain things. And when my review comes up, I have to say, these are the things that I've worked on and improved on the last 90 days. So it's kind of the same thing. So some ways that I've made lists in the past is literally going to my Facebook and print, you can export out an Excel and print your entire Facebook list. If you work on pen and paper, cool. You can go to your back office and print out a list of all of your customers. You can write a list from the Instagram friends you have or the people that watch your stories. Like, so these are things that I typically go to when I'm like, I don't know who to invite. I literally click my followers, and every day it changes on like who most is shown in your feed and who's least shown in your feed. That's a list. Creating a collection on Instagram. Again, if you're newer, that's a more high level thing, but I actually save groups of people together that I've talked to before in one spot so I don't forget them, because I'm a squirrel brain and I forget people. You can go through your phone and just literally text the people that are in your contact list that you probably forgot about, right? Imagine that. We don't have to be on social media. You can go through your stories and see who watches regularly, likes and comments. These are just some ideas that there is no excuse to not have a list of really like 20 people, I would say, of everyone on this call. It's not hard, and this is free. It is like a birthday fun party that you're sharing desserts. So it should be fun, and you should be excited about it, and you should want to share it. And if not, you need to get up and write some Spice Girls in your background and start jamming out and like get your energy bus going, because I'm giving it to you. All right.
Something that I do is if I see someone that like I think I might want to talk to in the future about any kind of opportunity, I screenshot their profile and then save it in an album on my phone. Super simple. It takes 0.25 seconds, but then I can go back and look at them and make sure I engage with that person regularly. So little tidbits.
Again, there's 5 million ways to do the same thing, but you have to figure out what works for you. And that only works when you start doing the things and start trying and seeing what works for you. I still have lists on pen and paper of people, like I find them randomly. Every time I move, I find new lists, and it's like 2014 list of challengers. How do I still have this? And I'll go down that list and I'm like, wow, she's still here. She's still here. Those 5 people left. Who cares? You know, that's how it goes. Or these 5 came back, but I'm still here. So I'm excited to invite to this. All right, you want to talk about volunteering, Allie?
Yeah. So again, there's a couple different ways that you can be involved in the group. Number one, everyone should be commenting on all the posts, engaging, because that engagement. So again, back to the Facebook algorithm, the more engagement there is on each post, the more people those posts in that group are pushed to people that are in the group, if that makes any sense. So you have to kind of buy into the algorithm, and that's one of the ways. Y'all have to comment on the posts, period. Even if it's like a woohoo, an emoji, it doesn't really matter, anything. There's going to be a couple opportunities each day for someone to do a live video, either making a recipe live or sharing their story of kind of their journey with body. And there's a little template that I've made out of 4 different questions that you answer. It'll be less than 5 minutes. And it's really just you speaking from the heart and you explaining how this community and this opportunity has changed your life. Number 2, the second option is so we're going to have a little competition, because it's always fun to have a competition. The person who invites the most friends to the group is going to get a fun little prize, because we all love prizes, right? But then another thing that you can do is be more involved in this and help us with posting, with kind of getting more involved in the group, and then just doing your live and that's it. Because if you want to be a leader and you want to be a leader for your team, you have to show up as a leader. And guys, I didn't like doing it either. I didn't like doing Zooms. I don't like to talk to people, but I started showing up, and the opportunities were endless, to be honest. So I won't get on my soapbox yet, but getting involved is the best way to get you out of your comfort zone.
Well, and the whole idea behind this is that in future months, Allie and I will not run this. This will be handed off in the same sort of framework, but with different themes, to 2 other people on the team. So it's an opportunity for us to continue to grow leadership and depth in our downline, so that you guys have, like, Allie and I don't rehearse team calls. We just speak from the heart now because we've just done it so many times and we know each other's energy because we presented together before. That's the idea that we want for all of you so that you can host any call, get on any training, be any mentor, speak one-on-one with any challenger that's going through a really rough time and know exactly how to connect with them. And you only do that by taking action. So I'm excited to see all of you grow, and it's a perfect opportunity in a free group to do that, right? Because it's not like there's no pressure, it's just practice. And football players don't get to the NFL without being on the JV little pep squad down in elementary school, right? They all have to go through the phases. So you guys have to go through the phases too. And Allie does have a Google Drive to outline what is expected each day. So it's not like you're just flying off the seat of your pants. It will be a framework that can be implemented every month with just a different theme. All right, invites.
So here are two super easy invite examples. I'm not going to read them off to you because you guys can read them yourselves, but basically it's just, hey, I'm running this free group all about desserts. Do you want to join me? That's it. How simple is that? It's not hard. I don't know what else to say. We have some slides, Instagram slides are going to share as well that will drive engagement and help you inviting as well. But there's no reason we should start inviting tonight. And I plan to, because I'm excited because I know the recipes that are coming and I've already started practicing. You know me.
Second, you get off this call, everyone on this call needs to write out their invite and put it in the partner pod. Deal? And if you need to put a timer on your phone for 5 minutes, do that. That's cool too. But you only have 5 minutes tops to write something out and send it to the partner pod because it takes the thinking out of doing, right? Like we don't need to write this big, long, personalized thing for a free group. It's just like silly. We need to have
So Danielle, you can, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I would recommend, you want it to sound like you, not, this isn't going to sound like how you would talk and how you would say it. So you can use this framework, but I want you to make it your own. And make it sound like how you would invite, like if you were at work and you saw somebody, how would you invite them to it? The way you speak it is the way you type it. And that's how you invite.
Yep. Hit the nail on the head. There's just ideas to start getting your brain moving. All right. Do you want to close out on your soapbox, Allie? And then we can just review like how a customer would come in and all that.
Yeah. So we are almost to Q4 of 2023. I almost forgot what year it was. It's a struggle. But September, Gut Protocol launches. So what is Gut Protocol? Gut Protocol is focusing on reducing inflammation in your body, decreasing dairy intake, decreasing gluten intake, or eliminating them from your diet, right? And soy and all other things. But anyways, these recipes are also going to go along with that. So we're kind of building that momentum to Gut Protocol for your people that you're inviting to the group. But again, if you don't start taking action now, look at where you are in your life, in your business. If you want to stay where you are right now, then that's fine. Don't do anything. But if you want to change and you want to grow and you want to walk across the stage at San Antonio at Summit next year, now's the time to change, because this free group is going to build your momentum, and somebody you invite to the free group might not sign up in September or the end of August, and that's fine. But you're exposing them to the idea, and every month they'll be in that free group, and they're going to be like, wow, this is really awesome. And they're going to watch you evolve and you change as a person and a leader and want to sign up with you. So again, there's no reason not to take action, because again, remember, messy action is better than no action at all. You have to take action. So if you feel like you're stuck in your business, if you feel like nobody's answering you when you invite, you have to look yourself in the mirror and change that energy to positive energy that you're giving off and invite them. And when they say no, say, okay, fine, whatever. And let that no fuel you to keep going instead of pushing you and being like, no, well, she didn't want to do it, so I'm done. You have to keep pushing, and you have to let that fuel your fire and your passion to keep wanting to help other people. So there are live power hours at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 9 p.m. in the Slay Squad. If you guys aren't on one of them a couple times a week or once a week even, I highly encourage you to, because you're listening to different leaders give you tidbits and give you knowledge, and it's an hour for you to do the work. Not saying you have to be on there every single day. I'm not, but showing up a couple times a week to do it has definitely changed my mindset and elevated me to the next level to know where I want to be in 2024. So
go ahead.
go ahead. No, I'm done. I was going to ramble, but go ahead.
I was just going to say the other last piece, and that I would challenge all of you, is when's the last time you had a mentor call, aka call with your sponsoring coach? Because we all need it. We all need to work through whatever is going on in our brain. And if you're not connected to your partner or a partner on this team, now's the time to set a call for the next week and get out of your head and just talk through what you need help with, right? All of us are here to help you guys. And the free group is extra work. I'm not going to lie to you. It is another thing to add to your plate, but it's adding value. It's exposing more people to what we're doing, and it's giving them value, asking nothing in return until after day 5, after we've done value, 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 value. Oh, you want more of this value and this is going to end here. Here's your next step. And you guys are going to get into this flow that's going to feel really good, and it's going to help you start loving your business more, because people are plugged into things and it's simple for them. So to just kind of wrap this up, when you go and invite and someone says, yes, I would love to join, there's a Facebook group that Ali created that she will put in the partner pod after this. They will need to answer the 3 questions in there. And one of those questions, which you guys will each have to do that to be accepted to the group too, is, did you make a free BOD account? So that's something that Ali and I are working through. We'll make like a little visual to remind them what they'll get access to and how they need to do it. But basically they'll get a free account where they can access some of the workouts and have the body experience for a week or 2 for free. And so it's really important they make that free account so they are attached to you as their coach. So they will not be added into the Facebook group unless they do that. Okay. The second thing is we have a Google Drive. If you would like to intern the free group this month and be a part of it and do a video or share a recipe, reach out in the partner pod and we can add you to our Google Drive and set you up for a scheduled time that works for you to do your video. And then I know Jamie's question was, is it Megan workout? So I'm going to come up with like a 5-day workout schedule that I would suggest that goes along with, honestly, the super blocks that have come out. So they get a taste of a couple of different things throughout the week. So it's not going to be specific to like sure thing. I think that's what you were asking about. To me, I want to expose them to different types of workouts and trainers and super blocks so that they see the true value of having a super block in their account every single month. Right. And then lastly, the big thing about this, guys, is incorporating Shakeology. So the recipes that we're sharing can be made with a protein powder, but the big driver behind this and the root of a lot of the stories on this team has been from Shakeology. It's the core supplement of the foundation of how our team was built. So these desserts are having that incorporated and showing people the value of that. Obviously, they won't have Shakeology necessarily as a free body member, but we will be exposing them to the importance and the value of it throughout the week. So you can still make the recipes without it, and we'll be giving a grocery list to do that. But that's the whole idea of building them up to a pack to commit to, so that when the pack comes out, it's like, yeah, I want that because I want more of this, and you have less objections. So that's the idea behind getting as many people as possible in the free group, exposing them, showing the team camaraderie, giving them access to the Zoom workout, showing them the free workouts and how awesome Body is, all these things with a theme attached. And just thinking ahead for September, we will be doing a Halloween candy theme that month too. So lots of fun stuff. What questions
Um,
do you guys have? Or
so Laura's question, so Jamie, it's not clean week. So it's not the clean week workouts because that's, you have to buy clean week with Shakeology. This is basically you enroll someone, you type in someone's email address, and then you click enroll without membership. So they're not tied to like the 14-day free trial thing. And then they get sample workouts. So it's a mix of different trainers from, it's the sample workouts. Laura, they could buy Shakeology for the challenge, of course, like if they were already interested. There is a Shakeology sampler pack that would be perfect for this. If they wanted to use real Shakeology, keep in mind the shipping would be like a week-ish. So time might be tight, but if you, like they said yes on Monday, then they could have it before they start. And I don't recall how much the sampler pack is, but it's pretty reasonable price wise. But I'll find that and I'll share it in our partner pod. Danielle, your question about the girl you're talking to every day. Honestly, everyone on your friends list should be invited to this. I mean, I don't think that there's, yes, she's perfect for this, but there's no reason that everyone on your friends list shouldn't be invited. Like there's no limit. Like, I think like, it's not like you can only invite 50 people. You can invite 300 people if you wanted. And they could all come into the group if they say yes. It doesn't matter. There's not a limit on how many people you bring. What other questions? I just want to go over some of the recipes because I'm excited. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know I love fun dessert and fun recipes. So one we're going to feature is cleaned up peanut butter cups. I know Danielle makes these a lot. Super simple. They take about 30 minutes because they go in the freezer. Another one that's good. No Bake S'mores bars. So last Thursday was National S'mores Day, so we missed it by a week. But anyways, those, and then a Shakeology mug cake is another one. I make it all the time. It's delicious. It's super easy and takes 3 minutes to make. Oh, and then another one that I've been eyeing and I wanted to make is mini cheesecake bites. They take 20 minutes. That's it. So, there's lots of fun desserts coming. What questions do y'all have that you didn't put in the chat? Anybody? Jamie, I'm so happy to see your face.
I would say also, just tag team, and if you guys have any other questions, you can type them or unmute. You also might get the question, like, can current customers join in this? Yes. But I would go and ask them, hey, can you bring a friend with you this week? Can someone join that's new to share these recipes with? Encourage your current customers that've been around the block for a while to bring new people to the table. And I was also thinking about when Allie was saying, like, when someone tells you no, that's cool. It is cool, but it's also a reason or like a opportunity to ask that person, well, can you tell me a little bit more about what's holding you back from saying yes? Right? Because it's a free group. So don't be scared of like asking the questions, or can I keep you on my list for next month and follow back up with you? Would that be a better time? Those are really key to understanding why people are saying no. Is it no because their schedule's so crazy? Maybe they just need Shakeology in their routine right now. Is it no because they're just not sure what you're asking them to and they think it's a lot? Well, then that's an opportunity for you to know, hey, I need to clean up how I'm sharing on social media and I should connect with my coach about this. You know what I mean? So don't just say no and say like, okay, thanks, see ya. Like, actually see that person on the other side of your screen as valuable and important to you that you want to continue the relationship with, because it shows that we're not just inviting to a thing to make a commission. It shows we're inviting because we actually care and we want to make an impact in their lives. So I wanted to add that little tidbit.
So I have a couple things to say. Laura, Thrive is supplements only. And so it's not working on your nutrition. It's not workouts. It's just like this patch you wear that gives you vitamins and a shake. So there's lots of opportunity there. Like she can do the free group for the desserts and the workouts and like see the value in that. So she might not realize the value of Shakeology, and that's something that we have to share with her and show her that how valuable it is. What else was I going to say? I don't know. There's something else from what Danielle said, but I forgot.
About saying no and objections.
Oh yeah, so I actually have like a little flow chart of like if they say no to the free group, what should you do? Like what you should say. And it's basically like you say, okay, well, like what's holding you back, et cetera, et cetera. And then how have you been? And like then you connect with them after they say no or say yes, but you keep that conversation going from the how have you been. But I'll share that. And I'll put it in the Google Drive. Anything else y'all can think of?
Yeah, I think we're past our 35 minutes now.
We
So
are.
I hope that this was helpful, you guys. I'm going to encourage you to put all your questions in the message pod. If you come across things you're not sure about, use us, plug in. But let's hit the ground running this week. Let's invite the heck out of desserts, because who doesn't love chocolate? I'm just saying. We need to do a poll: team chocolate, team vanilla, team fruit, team coffee, all the things. But I'm excited about this. I hope you guys are too. And let's make this an awesome week and expose desserts to as many people as possible. All right, guys. Next week will be Allie presenting, I believe, with Megan. She might not know it yet, on nutrition and talking a lot about science-based inflammation and bloat, like a lot of different things that we struggle with as women. And we will also be touching on gut protocol, and that is an open community call. So please connect with your challengers this week, make sure that they know about it, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. All right, guys, take your photo, post that you were here, and we'll see you tomorrow on Zoom. Bye, guys.